So to make a site in Primo, probably the first thing I'm going to want to do is create a component. So I can create a component by clicking here. But first, since I want a full width section, I'm going to delete this and click page section, and then full width, and just add in the single column layout. Okay, and I'm clicking in to make that available. I'll go to create component, and I'll add in a header, .w-full, .bg-gray-100. In case it's not clear, I do have Tailwind out of the box. I didn't do anything else to set this up, which is especially useful because Tailwind is awesome. I don't know what else to say. So I'm going to go ahead and build this component. All right, so I have my component, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to my page. Great. Now, you'll see that I hard-coded in the navigation, and that's fine, I guess, if this is our page, but I'll also need anchor tags. So it's fine if it's hard-coded in, if this is our page, and we're all web developers. But we're usually not making sites for web developers. We're usually making sites for, normal people. At least I'm speaking for myself. And because of that, we can't expect normal people to go in and change the nav. And we also don't want to change the nav. So we need are fields. We've kind of come to expect that. And that's why we don't just build sites in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here I've got my site navigation, and I'm going to go ahead and add these items. And I'm going to go into my component, and I'm going to use handlebars. And I just get two properties on each item in this array, which is nav, which is kind of the global array which stores my my site's navigation. And the two properties are label and URL. Okay, so now I've got my site navigation, and whenever me or the content editor, the client, uses it, it goes through the entire site and updates all of the components that are using that navigation. Although full disclosure, you have to go into each page and build it individually, which is kind of a bummer, but that'll change soon. So we've got this component here. We can click to add content below, and that would just add another row inside of this full width section. But instead, I'm going to go and I'm going to add a contain section, or I could add a split section. Actually, I'm going to do that. Okay, and then I can just use some markdown to write whatever content I want to write there, or I can place a component. And to place a component, I can create a component like I just did, or I can use my symbol library. My symbol library is where I put pretty components like this one, and where I can reuse them across the site. So I had that place selected, and then I clicked plus, and now I've got this component here. And as you'd expect, any changes that happen on components up here, maybe that's not obvious enough. There you go, blue. I can save it, and it saves there, and it's saved here. So again, anywhere that this component is being used on the site, or the symbol is being used on the site, any changes to it, we'll go and update all of those. But again, you have to go and build them. So now we've got our 2 page sections. I'll walk through the rest of the items in the toolbar here. We've got our page dependencies, where we can put anything we want in head, except for script tags, which will, of course, build out, but they won't run inside of Primo yet. And our libraries. So here I've included Alpine.js, and I can use that anywhere in my HTML. I can also reference Alpine.js as a constant inside of the components JavaScript. It's a little weird, but it seems to work. Here's my pages. I can add a new page like this. I can duplicate the current page or create a empty page. Here's my page styles, kind of out of order. My page styles are obviously styles that just apply to my page, and whenever I do anything to them, they'll update over here. And I've also got a page-wide tailwind config, which I'm not sure if this is useful yet, but I don't know. Let's try it out. My page settings, change the title and the description. My site styles, just sites that affect, or styles that affect my whole site. And if I had other pages, you'd be able to see them here too. So whenever you change any styles across your whole site, you can scroll through and see how they're affecting every page on your website in near real time. So the other thing I can do inside of my components that is especially useful is add fields. So I can go here, add this field, and it instantly becomes available for content, and then I can use it in here with handlebar syntax. Great. And then once I'm done with my gorgeous website, I can save it and build it out to GitHub. And then from there, I can host it on Vercel and Netlify for basically free, which is very, very useful. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy using Primo. Cheers.